You got two last names. You grown. All right. What's happening? What's happening? Happen up. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Oh, this is David Raibon. I apologize once again, starting a little bit late, just 9 minutes later than normal. But they're doing some changes in the studio. You see the backdrop changed. Matter of fact, on the other side of the wall there, they got a blue screen. I mean, sorry, a green screen. So we might be doing some things back there, probably in a week to come. So, but that's why we was running a little late. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. Everybody just jumping in, coming in on the Facebook Live tip. Appreciate you. Hope you all had a great weekend. It's Hump Day now, so we're halfway through this one. Um, this is episode number 23, 23rd episode of Opinion Nation. Every Wednesday night I do this. Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Um, and it's what it is. It's an opinionation. Basically, it's my opinions, and I blurt them out what I think about things. And people call in with their opinions. We discuss them. I have guests on the show from time to time. We debate them, and then we try to come to an understanding of why some things happen the way they do. The call-in line again is 747-888-3082. It's Wednesday, October 9th. Welcome to the 23rd episode of Opinion Nation. I'm your host, David Raibon. On this episode, we're talking about what you're talking about. And today, it's another episode of the crooked president in the White House. Our allies don't even know if they can even trust us on anything now. Trump to pull the U.S. out of Syria in the area that was occupied by the Kurds. Pretty safe. They had about 50 troops there, really. But they was keeping the mayhem down. Everything was kind of cool. And then recently, over the last 24 hours, the Kurds have been attacked and killed. Territories attacked in Syria. And it's all prompted by Donald Trump. A tweet. A tweet. Governing by tweet. I mean, who'd have thought that this fool might make the world come to an end by a tweet? He could tweet the world to an end. Whoever came up with Twitter should be ashamed of themselves. And the sad thing is, they ain't got enough balls to cancel him. Let me call you a bitch and they better take it off. Or let me pull out my penis and shit, take a picture of it. They're going to suspend me. But this man can pimp the country and everybody in it on Twitter. In other countries, scare the shit out of him. Just do stuff. Get mad with the dictator he talking to. Get pissed off over some shit that he got going on. See, everybody don't know Donald Trump got property in Turkey. He got a Trump tower, 2 towers. Big ass towers. He got a tower every damn place. If I swear to God, if Osama bin Laden was alive, he'd have a tower in one of them caves. That's what he does. He builds towers. Don't give a shit about nobody else but himself. He's taking his country down with him. I mean, this fool again is creating another refugee situation. This fool is calling for the whistleblower to be exposed, and this, oh God, man. It's like, I don't understand, how can you just totally be void of the Constitution? Like, how have you made it through your whole life totally not paying attention to any laws? Just, I mean, is Donald Trump the Illuminati? Is this what the Illuminati is? That imaginary group of people of power that you don't know how they got there, what they look like, but they just got this power, this imaginary power, and they make people disappear. I don't know. I'm not even sure if the Illuminati is real. But I know that this fool running the country is real. And the sad thing is Trump don't even care about the United States of America. Only thing he cares about is himself and his family. His daughter and son-in-law made over $80 million while working at the White House. And Donald Trump said he was going to just put everything in a private trust, a blind trust, which means you don't know where the money goes. You don't know where it's happening. And just a lie upon other lies. I mean, he really thinks that he can just change the laws and ignore the Constitution that would only affect him and his pocket. That's just crazy. I don't know what's going to take before the Republicans learn to put this country before their self-interest. But if you look now, even Fox News, there is hope. Because 51% of the people surveyed now wants Trump out of the White House. 51% want him impeached. That ain't just Democrats. Ain't all Republicans and independents. That's just people who have waken up, or awakened, I should say, to realize that there's a man running this White House that actually thinks that he's a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. It's amazing. But couldn't we see this coming? He praised the dictators. He praised Lil Kim over there in North Korea. Praised the shit out of him. Yeah, that's Lil Kim, little fat fucker. Praised him. He praised the people he fears because that's who he envies. That's who he want to be like. He want to be gangster. And unfortunately, no matter how this ends, he going to go down as a gangster. So did J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover, one of the biggest gangsters, and he was head of the FBI. Come on, people. Let's wake the fuck up. We can all act like what's happening ain't happening, but you know it's happening. This land is controlled by the rich and the powerful. The weak and the meek just fall along the wayside. But, like I say, there is hope. 51%. That's a lot of people. That's the majority. And you know what's so sad about it is, it's getting worse because Donald Trump is making catastrophic mistakes. Some of these mistakes that he's making that don't make any sense. You can't govern a foreign policy by tweet. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. You're the president of the United States. You should have advisors. And they all quit. And they all resign. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. If you're interested, call in. We've got some stuff. But there's a record support for Trump impeachment. So maybe some of these ballless Republicans actually come out and say something now. You know, they took all this other stuff, didn't really bother them. But then when they decided to let the Kurds get in trouble, get hurt, after they fought alongside American troops, they did all the fighting to get ISIS so the American troops wouldn't die. They lost hundreds and hundreds of people. And then we turned it back on them because Donald Trump decided that's what he wants. And we're going to talk about Joshua Brown. Joshua Brown was a witness in the Dallas cop trial. Woman, old girl went up there and shot old boy in his underwear eating ice cream, talking about it was her apartment. She lived on the first floor, he on the second. Give me a fucking break. Now, I would admit at first, I probably thought it was kind of fishy. Sound like some shit the police would do, but training day police, not the police I would think in Dallas, but I don't know. It is Dallas. I know I was the police in Houston, but Dallas is pretty close. I can't imagine shooting a guy, a witness, because no, it just don't make sense. Turns out this cat is a dope boy. Investigated, they found the people that were responsible for shooting him. A drug deal gone bad, they said. That's one thing I can't relate to. I don't know if you ever made a drug deal, my listeners. If you ever been a part of a drug deal, but ain't nothing worse than a drug deal gone bad. Woo, good Lord Almighty. First of all, you don't know who to trust. You think you got it down. You think it's right. They thinking they're going to rip you off. You thinking that if they do rip you off, you're going to get one off before they get you. All that's going through your head while you're hoping that it's legit. And you get to bust them and take them down. Don't always go that way. Sometimes a deal go bad. People get shot. I just thank God that when the worst time that happened to me, the guy's gun didn't work. Or the Lord decided not to load it right, or it was a bad round, or he didn't chamber it, or whatever the heck it was. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. It didn't work. Because it was doggone sure a deal that gone bad. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to come back a little bit later. We're going to talk about Tyler Perry doing it big in Atlanta. Tyler motherfucking Perry. It's amazing, man. It's incredible. From Madea to pretty soon, he'll be the man of the year. Be nice to go down to Atlanta and work on a movie or two. Tyler Perry Studios. They say his studios is big as like 3 studios in LA combined. It's on acres and acres of land. It used to be something else. We're going to talk about that and some other things tonight on Opinion Nation. If you're sitting around the house and your phone ain't turned off, give me a call, 747-888-3082. If you want to be a sponsor of Opinion Nation, also give me a call, 747-888-3082. If you'd like to just donate to the production of Opinion Nation, give me a call, 747-888-3082. I know you're going to set up a, what is it called, Nick? I can't hear you. Oh, yeah, WhatsApp. Not WhatsApp. Yeah, Cash App. Go do a Cash App. So anybody want to help, the show along. You like the show and you want to help it along, send you a little $5 or whatever to the Cash App. And we'll keep it going. So stick around. We'll be right back. You listen to Opinion Nation. I'm David Raibon.
All the tramp gold diggers. Keep it real, yo. Gotta keep it real, yo. Keep it real, yo. Gotta to all the misrepresenters. Keep it real, yo. Gotta keep it real, yo. Keep it real, yo. Gotta to all the bitch ass niggas. Keep it real, yo. Gotta keep it real, yo. Keep it real, yo. Gotta to all the tramp gold diggers. Keep it real, yo. Gotta keep it real, yo. Keep it real, yo. Gotta I dropped the lines to blow.
See these ice cubes, see these ice creams, eligible bachelor, $1 million bowl. That's whiter than what's spilling down your throat. The phantom, exterior like fish eggs, the interior like suicide wrist red. I can exercise you, this could be your phys ed. Cheat on your man, man, that's how you get a his head. Killer with the B, I know killers in the street with the steel to make you feel like chinchilla in the heat. So don't try to run up on my head talking all that raspy shit, trying to ask me shit. When my niggas figure best, they ain't gon' pass me shit. You should think about it, take a second. Matter of fact, you should take 4B and think before you fuck with little skateboard P.
I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that. The big boss dog, yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging out my backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the crib side. Ain't no other way to play the game the way I play. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ. 2, yippee, 1, yep, 3. SC and double OP, D go double G. I can't fake it, just break it. And when I take it, see, I specialize in making all the girls get naked. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, not get live. So don't change the diesel, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime bristles, waiting on the pistol, the diesel, and the shizzle. G's to the biz act, now ladies, we kiss them. When the
American dream, so we're riding up a ski to get the 7-figure cream. Living
Living a fast life with fast cars. Everywhere we go, people know who we are. A team from out of Queens with the American dream. So we're flying living a fast life with fast cars. Everywhere we go, people know who we are. A team from out of Queens with the American dream. So we're plotting up a scheme to get the seven-figure cream.
All right.
Living a fast life
Yeah.
with fast
And I'm back.
Everywhere we go, people know.
Once again, you listen to Opinion Nation. I am your host, David Raibon. Thanks again for joining in. Talking about your boy, Donald Trump. How many people think, if you think Donald Trump should be impeached, give us a call. 747-888-3082. It's free. 747-888-3082. Give us a call if you think he should be impeached and why. If you think he shouldn't be impeached and why. And let's talk about it. But it's definitely been a change. In July, it was about 42% didn't really want the president to be impeached. But now it's up to 51%. Because I think people just pretty much, I think they're kind of tired of the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's not so much that he affected them so much as that they're just sick and tired of all the going back and forth and nothing's getting done. Nothing's getting done. The only thing that's getting done is Donald Trump is getting richer and richer and richer. Everybody stays in Trump's tower somewhere. And now it's getting to be a point that government officials have been doing it. Mike Pence, when it wasn't even convenient. They're just lining their pockets. And that's, just in case you don't know, that is against the Constitution. That's a clause in the Constitution, an emoluments clause. An emoluments clause means you can't receive something of value as a president because it compromises you. It makes you want to give something back that may or may not benefit the country. I mean, that's what the forefathers put it together for. I mean, all the shit they put together wasn't cool, but that's what amendments are for. They don't like the law, amend the law. But Donald Trump just tries to just keep saying this shit over and over and over again. If you hear it enough, it's not bad no more. And that's just crazy. If you shot somebody in the street and you kept saying, yeah, I shot him, if you black, you keep saying, I shot him, yeah, I shot him, yeah, I shot him. Say some shit to me, yeah. You just confessed 3 times. Now you're going to get the death penalty. Donald Trump just says the shit and everybody go like, well, I don't see nothing wrong with it. What does he have to do? He said he grabbed women. Women done said he done took sex from them. Epstein had dirt on him. They killed him. Even the Teflon Don in jail got served. Why is Donald Trump sitting on the top of the mountaintop playing everybody? And now he's getting people killed in other countries. And nobody got a problem with it. There are actually people who will debate you right now on Donald Trump's success as president. They would debate you. The only way they can debate you is throwing stuff like Hillary's emails. When Donald Trump not only have done things hidden, back servers, back lines, back contact to people in other countries, to Russian oligarchs. Donald Trump is RICO. He's a recurring criminal enterprise. And Giuliani and all the cronies around him are going down. They're going down. And you're like, why do I care? Because I believe in the law. I believe in the truth. My background before I got entertainment was in criminal justice, and I still believe in that. I also believe that people make mistakes and people do crazy shit. But when it start affecting the lives of innocent people and the lives of people that had nothing to do with that, and it's only to pocket money in your pocket, then I got a problem. And see, that's what Donald Trump is doing. That's why it is so important that you go to the polls in droves and vote like your life depended on it. Do you know that they could probably amend the civil rights that we have grown to take for granted, and we're not even paying attention, and now all of a sudden we can't do something that we thought we could do forever? Ain't none of that shit guaranteed, y'all. People have fought and died for that. If we don't continue to fight and die for it, we may lose it. And then all the people. Can you imagine Martin Luther King dying in vain? That's insane to even think that. It's imperative that you vote. Now, I know some people don't like Bernie Sanders, because he's old. I think he's like 78 years old, and he just had a heart attack. I wouldn't get blame on Bernie. Donald Trump give a lot of people heart attacks. But he may be a little old. Elizabeth Warren is a bad sister. I like Elizabeth Warren because she got a plan for everything. Everything. You can't figure out how to get your girlfriend from Kansas City to Oklahoma? Ask Elizabeth Warren. She got a plan for that. But now she's taking the lead in the polls over Joe Biden. Because Joe Biden ain't got no fight in her. Everybody know, man, if we going to fight with you, though, you can't come across like no punk. You said on the playground you will whip Donald Trump's ass. Well, let me hear you whip his ass on the microphone. And stop all this passive, democratic, tissue paper, charming bullshit. Our country is at stake. You just can't sit back, man. And all you Democrats that got into politics and independents who see what's going on, you need to speak up and stand up. I'm not into politics. But I'm telling you right now, we need to do something because this man is running this country in the ground. You know it is because now Fox News is going after him. Shepard Smith called a spade a spade. Now Donald Trump don't like him no more. And some of the other people in Fox News, or he like to refer to as fake news. That's big pimping, man. Everybody know that's pimping. You tell a person what you want them to believe. You tell them, you make them believe what you want to believe by telling them this is what you believe. This is what you believe. And they do it. And they just do it and do it. And that's what Donald Trump do. Donald Trump is the David Koresh of the White House. Yeah, I said it. Donald Trump is evil. He's a political antichrist. He wasn't a politician. He don't give a shit about his constituents. He care about his base because his base going to get him reelected if it's enough of them. I wish there was a way we could expose all of them. All the racists, clans, and skinheads, and the organizations that support Donald Trump. The ones that he think gonna rise up and fight a civil war if you don't get reelected. Motherfucker, please. You want to come get us? You want to come get? You want to start a civil war with black people? Come on out here to South Central LA. We can meet over there at the car wash, 43rd and Crenshaw. We can settle that shit. Cause ain't nobody scared of you, punk. Ain't nobody scared of you, punk. You, Donald Trump, I'm talking to you, man. You ruining this country, dog. Also, you can make your money pockets fatter and fatter. It's all right. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, Donald Trump. You can nickname and call everybody out of their name, Adam Schiff and everybody. They doing their job. They're doing their constitutional obligation, something that you don't have any respect for because you never read the Constitution. You don't know what the Constitution is. You probably know the difference between the Constitution and constipation until somebody told you. And either way, you still full of shit. What you just do us all a favor. Just do us all a big favor, Donald Trump. resign. Resign. You have Secret Service protection for the rest of your life. You can run your business with your security, put them up in the hotel, probably charge them. Just resign. If you wanted to prove that you could be president, you did it. You proved it. And your base love you for it. And we all know who they are now. So you won't get, now they won't get in on the traffic now. They don't get to cut in now on the traffic. We're going to look, we're going to see that's a Trump supporter. That's what it's getting down to. If I'm sitting next to you and you talk funky to me, clearly you're a Trump supporter. If I can tell you got a chip on your shoulder, I ain't said shit to you, you must be a Trump supporter. If you look poor as shit and you think you got everything, obviously you're a Trump supporter. Because you have drank the Kool-Aid. I refuse to drink the Kool-Aid. I refuse to let my people think it's okay to sip the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid is poison. Don't buy this shit. They're already involving whatever they need to involve, the tools that they use to affect your election in 2020 by buying ads on Facebook, etc., passing out propaganda about Joe Biden, about whoever they need to say bad things about to get them out of the race. I'm telling you right now, don't listen to this shit. It's all made up stuff. Unless you got proof. Some of y'all believe that Hillary ate babies and had a factory. Some of y'all believe that. Some of y'all believe Donald Trump and his son Hunter ripped off a government for some money. He said on the board, it may not have been ethical, but it wasn't illegal. Donald Trump more mad that Hunter making money than anything else. Like he the only one that's supposed to make money. That's a narcissist. Only me that matter. Me. Hunter Biden is not running for president. This man will do anything to win. And I'm asking my people that's the listeners that win the earshot. We can't let him win again. Let's make this dude, this cat that's in the White House, a one-term president. He's going to be impeached. And I tell the Democrats, go ahead on, take a vote. We ain't got to wait. We can't go through this. Take a vote. Bring a vote to the floor. And then they'll have something else. The Republicans will have something else. The White House will have something else to say to why they can't honor subpoenas. We all know how this is going to end. Y'all all remember Watergate. Nixon thought he was going to get away with it too. He had them damn tapes. We don't have to have tapes. We got Donald Trump's mouth. He's all but admitted to obstruction of justice. In so many instances, it's not even funny. Not only do I want Donald Trump to resign or be impeached, I want him to be prosecuted. I want him to be prosecuted like he mentally prosecuted those 5 young men in Central Park. I want him to be prosecuted like he prosecuted the name of President Barack Obama, saying that he wasn't even born in this country. That's all I can really say. If I say too much, then I'll get in trouble. But you know what my heart is, and you know what my head is. Donald Trump needs to resign. Immediately. Hang it up, dude. Take Mike Pence with you. Nancy Pelosi, president. Give that a shot. See what happens with that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. If you want to call, you know the number. I don't know why y'all being shy. Y'all listen. I see all y'all. All these people listening. Nobody want to call in. I don't know what's wrong with them, Nick. But we're going to be right back after a little break. You listen to Opinion Nation. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right. So we back. So we back. Chat room talking to me. Chat room say, T Smooth say Trump will not be impeached. Okay. All right. That's your opinion. What you think's gonna happen to him? Nothing. Probably. Maybe. McVeigh, what's that, McVeigh? McVeigh say he's gonna win re-election. Wow. Man. I see them brothers. Brothers believe in the hustle. It's straight up hood, man. They go like this dude gonna gangster. He gonna gangster his way back in. You know, by all means necessary. Trump's gonna win. I'm just hoping not. And we'll talk about that when he either wins or loses. He has to lose though. He can't go to jail while he's sitting in office. And he got to go to jail. See, that's the deal. He got to go to jail, man. If you black, Hispanic, if you been to jail for bullshit, if you know somebody that been to jail for bullshit, and yet this dude is bouncing around doing all kinds of shit, you should be demanding. You shouldn't sleep at night until he is in jail. It's particularly if you done been in jail yourself for some shit you didn't really do. But even in some shit you did do, it didn't affect the country. It only affected you and probably who you did it to. But this shit is ridiculous. And y'all know it is. You go vote. That's what I'm saying. We got to vote. I don't know who the Republican, who the Democratic nominee is, but whoever it is, booty check or booty shit, whatever his name is, Butter G, Button, Butter Jerk, what's his name? Butterfree, Butterfinger. Anyway, wherever he is, if he's the nominee, get behind him. If Elizabeth Warren's a nominee, get behind her. I don't know what Kamala doing. I hadn't seen her or anything. Time I see her, she's laughing so damn hard. Like, I can't take you serious. Just the thing, she probably laughed like that while she was sending niggas to prison. Just laugh. You can think about that while he locked up. Yeah. Maybe she'll be a great attorney general, but not president. Nah, we're not ready for a black female president. Not right now. We can't take a chance. We can't take the risk. This is not a novelty year. This is not a year to go like, ooh, let's see what would happen. No, bullshit. This is the year to get rid of Donald Trump. If it ain't your favorite candidate, just suck it up. Suck it up. Sorry, this ain't your favorite candidate, but whoever it is going to be better than Donald Trump. So, yeah. All right. Also, the neighbor that testified in that trial, man, turns out that Joshua Brown, well, you know, he was involved in a shooting before that occurred a year or so ago. So the boy is a drug dealer, plain and simple. I've seen pictures. Actually, someone, I'll just say their first name, Cindy, posted a picture on Facebook with him holding a wad stack of money. I mean, you could have had dope money written on it and it wouldn't be more clear what that money was. Everybody know what dope money look like. I don't know how you can tell, but you know it when you see it, how it's bundled or how it's stacked. He was a dope boy. And they believe that when he got killed was a physical altercation he had with someone named Thaddeus Green, 22-year-old. So these kids were out there basically playing the drug game. Had nothing to do with the cop. When they did a search warrant on Brown's house after receiving a tip, cops recovered 12 pounds of marijuana, 143 grams of THC cartridges, and $4,000 in cash in Brown's apartment. Sound like a good warrant. THC cartridges, that's the weed oil, I guess, that you put in a little pen and light up. So, we can let the conspiracy theories go on this situation. Still doesn't help the deceased or his family, but hopefully they file a lawsuit And she was acting as a police officer in the city of Dallas. And it's definitely a wrongful death lawsuit. So hallelujah. It won't bring back your loved one, but at least you can feel better when you're shopping. So sad. So unfortunate. I mean, just to be in your house safely and then you get gunned down and the person only gets 10 years. And you know if it was the other way around, if a black man came home and thought it was a white woman in his apartment and shot her, he'd have got life. He'd have got life and we would have said, yeah, well, you shouldn't have shot her. She was a white girl. Didn't you see that? But other way around, 10 years. And it wasn't 10 years without it. Possibility of parole. It just said 10 years. And then what I didn't talk about last week was the judge. The judge jumped off the bench and came and gave her a big hug. Just crossing the line. That's no professionalism. I don't care if that's what she said or how she defended it. That is a lack of professionalism. You're supposed to be impartial, unbiased, unaffected. You go in your chamber, you can cry all you want, but you're not supposed to come out there and do that. It's almost you circumvented the system. You're going to give time, you'll give a little time, then you're going to go out and act like you sorry that you gave her time. And that's bullshit. She deserved that time and more time. The prosecutor asked for no less than 28 years. You gave her 10. You could have gave her 18. I know you may think I'm kind of hard on her. Listen, I know what it's like to be a cop. I know what it's like to carry the responsibility on your hip, walk around, think it's time to shoot something, whether it's your time to shoot something or not. It's a pain in the ass, but it goes along with the territory. You violate that man's civil rights and you took his life for no reason. You got to pay for that. The city got to pay for that because they trained you. It should be the biggest lawsuit in that city's history or that state's history when this is settled. You cannot explain this away. I don't give a damn how tired you, how sleepy. You're so tired. You can't remember climbing a flight of stairs that you don't normally climb to go home. To open a door and kill a man you ain't never seen before. Bitch, please. I ain't buying it. I can't buy it. It's a bunch of bullshit. But oh boy was not a part of no conspiracy of the Dallas Police Department. He got killed and doing his own thing. And that's what happens in the dope game. So, on a brighter note, Tyler Perry is doing big things, y'all. He has this huge studio. Everybody knew he had a studio, but Tyler has a studio that's built on 330 acres in Atlanta. Dozen sound stages, and they all are named after Black Hollywood icons. I can't wait to go down there. I didn't go to the big grand opening because I wasn't invited, first of all. And I never worked with Tyler Perry, so I'm not in any of his projects. But, you know, through the social media and some friends that I have worked with who went down there and got the stars and everything. I thought that's so cool. It's like creating a Black Hollywood, you know, in Atlanta. I think it's wonderful. And the amazing thing about this, that this building, this whole area that he purchased was a base. It was a Confederate Army base, a former Confederate Army base. Just think of that. Now it's owned by a black man. That's amazing. That is powerful. It's amazing the energy and the power that can come from a dress. Think about it. Ladies know what I'm talking about. Darlene, you know what I'm talking about. The power that comes from a dress. It's not only just women. Tyler Perry proved it. He started off doing his thing. And he continued doing his thing. And hopefully one day I'll get to work with him. Down there in Atlanta. Hot Atlanta. But that's a story I ask everybody to check out about Tyler Perry. It kind of goes to explain his whole life and how he endured being abused as a child. No, he went through a whole lot. And it always seems like that too. It's like the people that go through the most, that have the roughest time, they seem to be the one that overcomes and become the most successful. You know? So weird. People that have it easy don't seem to get nothing. Like you don't work hard enough. You don't want it bad enough. T Smooth in the chat room says mixed feelings about the success of Tyler? Tyler? Tyler, who, the creator? Oh, Perry. Oh. I'm 60. Well, you know, a lot of people T Smooth may have a little issue with, you know, Tyler's success and how he achieved it. But you know, man, I tell you, a lot of people achieve success. You know, like I said, if it wasn't for the dope game, a lot of rap labels will never got off the ground. I know that for a fact. And what he did, you know, Tyler, what he did, he went to a place where there were no union laws to stop you from being able to hire actors, non-union actors. There were no rules of how long it take to shoot a show. You can shoot, well, normally you may take 1 week to shoot one episode of a show. Tyler figured out a way to do 3 in a week. You know, so he kind of circumvented some of the forms and some of the norms that had been going on in television, at least in Los Angeles. So it kind of put us like where everybody else, and then there's Tyler Perry. So, you know, because of that, a lot of people have mixed feelings that, you know, it's different. But as I had a conversation with a former drug dealer, and it was told that you legitimize as fast as you can and get out of that game. So however Tyler Perry started, how he continues and what it goes for in the future is going to really determine his legacy. It's not so much what has happened in the past or what he had to do to get it. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what people had to do to get their success. A lot of people do a whole lot of things that we wouldn't even think about. How bad do you want it? D. Chai says, why should black folks vote? Why should blacks vote? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if we don't vote, we'll start paying attention to the system. We'll stop paying attention to what's going on. And next thing you know, we're on a boat. And this time we're on a boat to a place that we know where it is. But we don't want to go. If we do not understand the past, then we're destined to repeat it. We vote to keep the rights, to be able to have the right to vote. We vote, so we let them know that, hey, we are a constituency. We are a group of people that if you ignore us, we will bite you in the ass. Because we will come together and support who we want to support and shut you out. Don't you know the only reason Donald Trump won is because the racist, redneck, skinhead Ku Klux Klan who felt like they have not been represented. 8 years of Barack Obama, they feel like they didn't get anything. They figure now it's their time. We got to let them know, D, that we ain't going back to poverty. I know some of us may be living in poverty, but we're not going back to poverty in our minds. Because it's worse to be broke in your mind than you are in reality. Because then there's no hope. We vote to keep hope. Jesse Jackson said it better than anybody else. Keep hope alive. Once you stop voting, you stop caring. When you stop caring, then you don't look up one day and we don't have nothing no more. There ain't no more Planned Parenthood. There ain't no more affirmative action. There ain't no more nothing to help the people that need it. There ain't no more food stamps. There ain't no more EBT. There ain't no more general assistance programs. We vote to keep that shit. That's why we vote. So I'm going to need you to get to the polls and vote. And get your homies out there who wanting the same thing. T Smooth, I cannot disagree with you. Christianity is a serious mind drug. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When an old person or an elderly person will work, save their money and retire, and then tied to the church like they're paying a mortgage. They have given everything, and all they have is God in return, which is not a bad thing if it's genuine. But if it's a preacher standing up there telling you a bunch of lies, sounding like a politician, everybody knows it's a thin line between a preacher and a politician and a comedian. Very thin line. Yeah, Christianity is a very serious mind drug. That's why it's best to have a relationship with God. If you got a relationship with God, it doesn't matter what people say. Because at the end of the day, that's who you have your conversation with. That's who's going to make it all right in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul. You have a conversation with God. And we're not specific. You have a conversation with your God, whoever that may be. But congrats again to Tyler Perry. So, hey, what's up, Selvin? Selvin Ellis, what's happening, man? Enjoying that retirement from the PD? You know what I'm talking about. What's up, Sherry? Jerome. Well, I tell you what, that's about it for this episode, 23rd episode. And as at every episode, I have a final opinion about what we talked about tonight, at least about what I talked about and what you listened to. This is a bad time, y'all. I say this every week. This is a bad time. In less than a month, gasoline went up $1 in LA because of what happens in Saudi Arabia. Like they don't have gasoline already stockpiled for us to use. Everything in life is a money grab. And if you're not grabbing, it's not your fault. You're just not greedy. You get just enough to get by. A lot of us do that. But some people are greedy. The president is greedy. He's so greedy that he's not even thinking about the lives that he takes when he makes these mistakes. When he tweets shit that we shouldn't even know about. It shouldn't even be on the media. What he does without any consideration to any of his advisors. They're there for a reason. They've been there for all these years. And all of a sudden we get a dictator that don't want none. And we got the followers and his supporters that stand behind him no matter what. He told you. He told you. Stand in the middle of Central in Manhattan and shoot somebody. And they still will follow him. That ain't David Koresh? That don't sound like some Branch Davidian shit to you? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm telling you. I have nothing to gain. I'm 60 years old. I say that I'm proud. But I have nothing else to fight for. I've done my fighting. This is for the babies and the grandbabies. And if we don't stand up and vote for them, then we're going to lose our children. We want to do that? That's why we vote. That's why we vote. I'm not trying to lose my grandbabies. I paid too much child support to get them grandbabies. I want them to have a good life. That's why we vote. That's why we vote. This Opinion Nation.